I'm Rafaël Rozendaal, and I'm an artist. I live in Chinatown in New York, and I use the internet as my stage. I think if you ask me what I'm known for, it's probably for the websites that I make, because they get so much traffic and so many visits. So a lot of people see my sites and probably have no idea who I am. It's just things that get sent around and have a life of their own. I was born in Amsterdam in 1980, and I was always moving around a lot. And my mom's from Brazil, so we would go there often and travel quite a bit and move through Holland. And my parents are both artists, so there was always a lot of materials around. I was not so into sports, but more into making things at home. And after I graduated, then I really started moving to different countries. Now I'm here. I moved to New York I came here a few times and I never liked it, but then each time I went I started to like it a bit more. And I liked the opportunity. I did some projects here and I really realized that if you do something here, it's a magnifying glass, and then all of a sudden the whole world sees it. Even though I'm internet based, I also do gallery shows, and then I'm not here for the climate or the cheap rent, because it's not ideal, but I'm here because of the opportunity. Yeah. Even as a child, I liked making drawings that I could copy on the Xerox machine. So I only made black and white drawings. And that's the same now. I make a certain type of work that transmits easily through the internet. So I've always believed in simplifying the ideas for the sake of distribution. So I made things that flow easily. And to me, that's almost... It's hard for me to understand the question, why do you want people to see it? Of course you want people to see it. I know some artists that say like, oh, I don't want everyone to see it, I want the right people to see it. But I think that's retarded. I think, yeah, they should get smacked in the face. Yeah, I try to find a pattern of how I find ideas, because I thought if I know what helps me find ideas, then I can do that and I would have more ideas. Because I remember clearly how I came up with the jello, or why I came up with the popcorn, or why I saw these gradients that are cut in half. I know exactly each moment. And I think what really helps with me is when I'm bored, which is more and more difficult to be bored because you're always stimulated. So every now and then I have to turn off the internet, so that helps. That's why I go to libraries. And of course I see a lot of things. I see a lot of movies and cartoons and museum shows and books and etc. So that's all good, that's all coming in, but then you really need silence and you need boredom. And it's kind of scary because it's uncomfortable to be bored, so you avoid it. And I think it's a challenge because there's not much labor with my work, because I work with coders who do the actual, they put in the time, so all I'm doing all day is a blank piece of paper and then wait for an idea. And then, so then to not be critical because you're just sitting there, it's hard to get into the flow when the flow is so much about just finding an idea, which is just a short moment. So then you're like, okay, maybe I should go swimming, maybe I should go to the forest, maybe I should watch some cartoons, maybe I should do da 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 da. So finding concentration and not worrying, that's the challenge. A lot of times people think something is funny that I didn't intend to be funny. So I don't know how that works, but that's fine, I don't mind. And I think number one is doing exactly what I want to do. Second is I want as many people as possible to see the work. That's why I choose for the internet. And then third is to make as much money as possible, because step 3 then makes step 1 and 2 possible. So you need all 3 of them. But I still have to work on that a bit more because I want to become very rich, but I'm not there yet.